Good evening, welcome to You Can't Handle the Truth Movies. My name's Chris, this is James, and tonight we are going to review Final Destination Bloodlines.
You can't handle the truth!
Plagued by a reoccurring violent nightmare, a college student returns home to find one person who can break the cycle and save her family from the horrific fate that inevitably awaits them.
I know a lot of people have been looking forward to this film.
14 years you've had to wait.
Is that how long it's been?
14 years.
Here's the thing though, you get like, the sequel's never better, so they're rare occurrences, it is better. What happens when you get like past the trilogy and you're up to the 6th, the 7th? I assume this is now going to at least 10 Final Destinations now.
I
like
know.
Saws, it's going to have to, isn't it? Because it's broke the trilogy rule, it's broke the 5, we're going to 6, it's going to be a 7, 8, it's just going to keep...
But they're all the same.
It doesn't really reflect on quality in any way, they're all just pretty much... bad.
The same.
Yeah. I've been asking a few different people on their favourite deaths and stuff. I wanted to use that to rank this movie based on the previous movies. The ones that keep coming up a lot are the sunbed scene and the eyeball scene.
What about the log truck?
The log truck also.
Because I really liked the promotional side where they basically put Final Destination posters on loads of log trucks.
Yeah, that was quirky.
Like that.
That was cool.
Because I think that's one of those scenes that haunts people. Almost, you're driving along, you see one of those trucks, and you go, "Oh, I'm going to move."
Yeah,
now.
Especially when it says that on the back. So the start of the film, I thought it was going to be a bit more original and different to the other Final Destinations, with it like being more set in the past for the whole thing, but it's just a glimpse back. But overall, the intro scene, I think, out of all the movies, was one of the better intros.
I really like the intro because it's one of the... It just went, start, here you go. If you've forgotten what Final Destination is about, here you go.
But they smushed that child with a piano.
Oh, yes.
Because you know how most films were just like, oh no, but the child was... No, he got smushed, and no one liked that child. When he's dropping pennies, look, he's like the one that will be on top of a bridge chucking on your car. No, just smush him with a piano.
Also, when... the stupidity of people, when he drops a penny and they're like dropping coins and he's like, don't do that, like you could kill someone. There's a thing called terminal velocity, which basically means when you drop a penny from a super, super high height, it won't do any more damage than if you drop it from the height of which it hits terminal velocity.
This is now You Can't Handle the Science, by the way. I thought they were going to make a bit more of a twist in this movie, do something a bit more different, but they really just didn't at all. It was like, if you'd seen any of the other ones, this could have been any of the other ones. They just answered the fact of the generational thing.
Yeah.
But they could have done a lot more with it. Like, each scene for scene was very similar to the others. Like, intro scene, they meet up, they figure out what's going on, they have a little group of people that don't really, some believe it is happening, some don't believe it, then they try and fix it, then the movie ends. There was really it could have been any one of the movies.
A lot of people did ask that question with the other movies, what would happen if you escaped death and had kids and that. And they did answer that. If you aren't supposed to exist, it's going to track you down and kill you in a horrific and hilarious way. I really, really enjoyed the garbage truck.
I like the garbage truck
as
well.
Just when I saw her face,
yeah.
Oh! And what I liked was the tattoo shop and getting caught on the thing and then escaping because it's not... He's not actually part of the bloodline.
Yeah.
I really like... Spoiler.
Was his name Eric, I think?
I really like that. Other than the fact that it shows just how incompetent a person he was.
I was going to bring this up at the beginning so I didn't forget, but as we're there now. He wasn't the next one to die. So he was actually protected from dying, right? Because the girl got chucked in the bin next before he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't meant to die at all because he wasn't part of the bloodline because it was the neighbour.
But why did he get sucked into the thing then? Into the MRI? He was still the daughter of the mother who was...
No, he was the son of the woman who married into the family. So he wasn't really ever technically part of the bloodline.
Why did he get sucked into the MRI then? Either way, it goes to show that thing with him getting hooked on the nose, that was just part of his general day. That wasn't death for either situation. That wasn't death trying to do the tricks and all that set up just as part of his normal work day.
The next day, he was really calm and casual as well.
Yeah, and he was like well chilled out.
That happened.
But where would you rate the deaths on this one compared to the other ones? Did you enjoy this movie more? Was it more surprising? For me, I think it was just literally
exactly the same.
Alright, there you go.
You could have put any one of the Final Destination movies on and I'd have been like, okay, yeah.
It could have been any one of them. It didn't bring anything new.
All they've done is they've waited 14 years because you got bored of watching the Final Destination movies.
And made another one.
And they've waited 14 years so you go, oh, you know what, maybe maybe I will watch another one of those. Maybe I do want to see a load of people die for no reason in horrific ways. And you know what? I kind of did.
Yeah.
And because they waited so long, it didn't have to be better. It just had to remind you why Final Destination is so iconic.
Do you not think one of the things with the grandmother when she barricaded herself in that though? Do you not think like where she was far more dangerous? In the second film, I think it was, she put herself in an institute in a padded room where she couldn't get out, and everything was padded. There, everything was just spikes and stone, and like I don't know how she survived so long. What?
Well, she was using it as if she knows the variables, she knows how it's going to try to get her, then she can control it.
But she had computers, she had electric, she had water, she had knives. That was a bit...
Things she hung up on the wall, spikes all around the outside. Yeah, well, I don't know why she was safer inside than outside.
I don't know. What are you rating Final Destination Bloodlines? The long anticipated.
6.5.
That is exactly what I was going to rate it, which I decided before I got here. It was an enjoyable watch I like the Final Destination, I like horrors, it was an enjoyable watch. Did it live up to the expectation we had of it? Pretty much, but it really didn't surpass it. It was just like, that's what we thought we'd get, it's what we got. It didn't expand anything really beyond the death scenes, which is the only reason people are going to watch the film anyway. Yeah. So, watch it.
If you liked Final Destination films, you're going to like that. You don't need to follow a story.
You're not going to miss anything, no. 6.5.
6.5, we agree.
That's more rare than most of these films. Yeah. Okay.
Good.